Hello there, people. My name is Sho, and welcome to an episode of Game Things. Let us begin this week's episode with the news on one of the most, if not the most played video game in recent days, according to Steam chart. It is Palworld. Palworld is an open-world creature collector game that also shares the gameplay of survival games, where building, crafting, hunting, mining, harvesting, you name it, and Palworld would most likely have that. It has only been a little more than a week and Palworld continues to break records, in which the game peaked at a little above 2 million concurrent players at one time on Steam, with over 6 million copies sold in just 4 short days, according to this article from Eurogamer. On the other hand, many could not help but to refer these Pals as Nintendo's Pokemon due to the similarity in creature collecting aspect. People even foresee a potential lawsuit from Nintendo because of how some creatures that look just like an obvious copy and paste work. I'm not going to dive deep into this discussion, but as a gamer, I really couldn't care less about anything that is going on at the back end. I buy the games that I want to play, and I spend my time playing the game that I enjoy the most. With that, let us move on to the Flash news. Sega's Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth that continues the story of the two protagonists, namely Ichiban Kasuga and Kazuma Kiryu, with their encounter in Hawaii. The game is set to feature New Game Plus mode at launch, but only if you have bought the Deluxe Edition or the Ultimate Edition. And there begins the quest for me to look up on the internet on why the hell is this a thing. A quick 5-minute search and surfing on the forums, apparently this has been a common practice in the Japan market, but not all too common in the global market. Question mark, question mark? What really frustrates me is that this was not even mentioned on the game's Steam page, and had I bought the game without knowing that a certain mode is not included because I did not pay the extra, I would not be happy at all. Anyhow, do take note on the New Game Plus tax, and if you really want that game mode, be sure to get the Deluxe Edition or the Ultimate Edition. Moving on, to those who love thriller games, the PlayStation 4 exclusive Until Dawn is reportedly heading to the PlayStation 5 and PC, with an official announcement allegedly happening in the upcoming weeks. This is quote-unquote a brand new version of Until Dawn that has been in development for at least a year, and my best guess is that this is a ported game with some graphics and performance tunings done. Anyhow, we'll definitely keep you posted on the future developments as soon as possible. Aside from that, we also heard that Final Fantasy 16 might be coming to the Xbox platform for the Series X and Series S. This information is based off an industry insider's information that goes by the name Sfejo Nink, in which this was discussed on the Infinite podcast on YouTube. While I could not verify the reliability of the source, but the fact here is that Final Fantasy 16 was released back in June 2023, exclusive on the PlayStation 5. Given that it is an exclusive for a minimum of 6 months, and to hope for a release on PC a year from the release date is going to be a different conversation. And this remark is made by Naoki Yoshida himself, the game producer of Final Fantasy 16. So I guess my point here is, should there be a console release on Xbox, this will be a conversation after the PC release. But maybe with enough copium, it can potentially be released alongside the PC port, and we just need to pray hard enough. Last on the list, Sea of Stars is a turn-based combat RPG owning up its pixel graphics inspired by classic games. This is a tale of two children who will combine their power of the sun and the moon to perform eclipse magic, which will ultimately fend off an evil alchemist known as the Flash Mancer. To those who love the series, Sea of Stars will be getting its physical PS4 and PS5 release on May 10, 2024, which includes a double-sided poster for the retail version with digital game soundtrack and an exclusive edition that contains an additional retro-style game manual, collectible slipcase, as well as a 16-character sprite stickers on top of the retail edition goodies. The physical editions will be made available for Xbox, PlayStation, as well as Nintendo Switch in May. Coming to the game releases of this week, we have Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth that we mentioned at the beginning of the episode, released on the PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox Series X and Series S, Xbox One, and PC on January 26, 2024. Then, we have a popular detective visual novel series, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy, released on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC on January 25th, 2024. Finally, a big game release for the fighting game community, we have Tekken 8 that is also released this week for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Series S, and PC on January 26, 2024. As for the free game for this week, on the Epic Games Store, we have Infinity Factory, an indie sandbox puzzle building game with automated assembly lines to be explored. It is fun until you die in the process. In-game, of course. Always gotta make that clear. Infinity Factory is free to claim right now, so add it into your library by or before February 2nd, 2024. If that marks the end of this week's episode of Game Tips, consider giving this video a like, subscribe, and click on the bell to receive notifications whenever we have a new upload here on YouTube.